Greetings, my fellow YouTube users. This is BA, and I will be discussing Fatal Fury 2, the second series in the Fatal Fury franchise. Let's get started here. This game came out in 1992 for the Neo Geo AES and MVS systems. I did see it in the arcade when it first came out. However, it was a pretty rare sight. It was in an arcade full of Street Fighter 2 machines. By then, Street Fighter 2 craze just completely took off. And this was in a Neo Geo 1 slot all by its lonesome, so I put a few cores in, and I was pretty impressed by it, actually, because I was used to playing Street Fighter 2, and this game came naturally to me because it's an SF2 clone. The graphics and the sound were well praised when this was released. It got pretty favorable reviews in all the magazines and whatnot. Obviously, it didn't get the exposure. But then again, there were a lot more Street Fighter 2 units than Neo Geos. I'm getting stomped here. That was dumb. Anyway, this was my first encounter with this game was in Hawaii, 1992. Hawaii, what? I was living there at the time, and we played video games. We had access to all these beaches and whatnot, and we just stayed inside and played this kind of stuff. There are 8 characters to choose from. Joe, Andy, and Terry are still with us. Special moves are just like Street Fighter 2. Charging, half circle, full circle. That was very, very close. It's been a while since I've actually really gotten into this. Fatal Fury Special to me is more polished. Then again, some people prefer this game. This was ported to almost every system available. It was even on a Game Boy of all systems. He's dizzy, I'll throw him. Alright, I did a little bit of that time. But, what can I say? If you want this game, it's still available for a relatively reasonable price compared to a lot of the other Neo Geo titles. It's between $70 and $100 on eBay right now for the Japanese import, which will work on any system. I haven't seen the American AES version in a while. It's uncommon. And you're going to be, paying a little more for it, obviously, but it's the same game, basically, and if you have a BIOS chip, you can just switch languages. I had a BIOS chip installed on mine years and years ago. You get Fatal Fury Special, which was the third one, has more, it's more polished, obviously, because that's why they made it. But the gameplay is like 95% the same. Like I said, I think there's some more frames of animation. The third one, Fatal Fury Special, it's less clunky. It's a little faster too, I've noticed. That punch I just threw there would have been a double hit if it was Fatal Fury Special. Is he dizzy? Nope. Now he's dead. Okay. I prefer this game to the original Street Fighter 2. I'm biased though because I'm an SNK fanboy. So yes, after years and years of Street Fighter 2, I joined the dark side. Not to say that Capcom changed everything with Street Fighter 2. That's the truth. I seek the truth wherever I can, but SNK, you have more options. I think there's definitely more series. I was involved in a discussion online where somebody said that Street Fighter 2 and the Championship Edition, both of those games will always be the best. I'm like, they started everything. They didn't perfect, the original engine. You have more options with the SNK games, and you have weapons-based, a weapons-based series like Samurai Showdown and Last Blade, all of that stuff. If it wasn't for Street Fighter 2, you wouldn't have all these SNK games, but that's the whole point. It's always good to have options. I mean, if you want to drive a Lamborghini, you drive a Lamborghini. If you want to drive a Porsche, you drive a Porsche. It's better that you have the choice. I mean, you can get into a long philosophical discussion about why Fatal Fury Special is inferior to Street Fighter 2 and vice versa. I mean, it's just pointless. If you're deriving pleasure from playing these games, then that's what's really important. And I love playing these. I'm going to be playing these until the day I die, if I can. I'm not going to be playing Street Fighter 2 forever, even though I have access to it. I mean, I prefer the SNK games. Pick this game up if you have a Neo Geo. If you want to get a Neo Geo, and if you have the cheapest way to go, I think, would be a consoleized MVS, because this cart would probably be about $50. No problem. You can find them maybe even cheaper, but this is a worthy addition. And Fatal Fury Special too. I did a review on that earlier, but this is still worth playing. I don't play it as often, but today I was in the mood for Fatal Fury 2, so I figured I'd make a video about it. You have this game utilizes every button. Unlike the first one where you have punch, kick, and throw. There are desperation moves in this game, but they're fairly hard to pull off, and you can only do them when your life meter is at 25% and flashing red. Terry has the power geyser. When you execute it and it connects with somebody, then yeah, that's pretty much game over. The only thing I don't like about this game is the really lame bonus stages. Fatal Fury Special doesn't have them, so if you want to bypass the bonus stages, just play Fatal Fury Special. And it has more stages too. Fatal Fury Special, has Tung Fu Roo and Duck King and Geese Howard. It's all extra. All those are extra stages. Well, thanks for watching. Goodbye.